Hey, we're here with my awesome Rico. He can introduce himself, but yeah, once again, just another episode for our young people on how you can achieve anything that you put your mind to and never be placed in a box, you know, or never follow suit. You know, we can be lawyers, we can be judges, we can be police officers, we can be teachers, entrepreneurs, you know, start your own business. And today, yeah, I've got my awesome Rico. Please also introduce yourself.
Talofa lava. My name is Eroni Mariko. I hail from the villages of Waikia, Tuanai in Samoa. First of all, I want to say thank God for this moment. Thank God for this opportunity to be here with also. Albert, I know I've seen your work, and you've been sharing and journeying with a lot of my cousins in Mount Druitt. So it's truly an honor to be here. So honestly, it is. It's been a journey for me. We talked about rugby league. I played for Canala for 6 years in the juniors, and the vision for my father was for me to go to university. And Mum just supported me wherever. And that journey was cut off short in rugby league when I was 19, turning 20, and then led into my journey of mentorship and watching my mother work in the Department of Education, similar to the role that you're in now. And then that's a journey where it started community. Leading from that, I always thought, where am I heading now? And I prayed on this to try to figure out where is my position, where's my part in this world, and it came with teaching and assisting. A few years ago, I noticed a lot of our people in many positions, most talented, most skillful people in the room, and people seeking advice and information of our people. But when it came to elevating themselves within a business, the Balangi word goes, where's the qualification? What did you study? What's your background? And a lot of our brothers and sisters would turn around and go, oh, I don't have a qualification, but this is where my history and where my experience lies, my work experience. And that's where the bell started ringing. Where can I empower? Where can I uplift our people in a space where we can work in order to help our people elevate themselves in the spaces. And that's where Pacific Certified was born in October last year. I looked at, and I want to thank my wife with the 5 kids at home, because without her empowering me to chase this vision and dream, to help our people. And that's one thing she always tells me. She tells me, don't forget why we started. Why you started this journey, and it's to help uplift our people in these business spaces. Because you know, we come around and we build, we tell our noa. We bring our people up. There's like, we build culture in business. You come into businesses and it's you know, any business culture driven with positive attitudes and good spirits. It's always led most times by us. That's me, man. That's why.
Nice. So I know that you've worked in Mount Druitt area as well. I guess we crossed paths back then. Back those years. How was it? What was it like for you working in Mount Druitt schools? Man,
when I went to uni, I did a project on Mount Druitt. They talked about gentrification, how they pushed a lot of people outside of the suburbs into Mount Druitt. A lot of housing, social housing and things like that. A lot of services. Social services stuff that was in that space, but I never thought that I'd work in the area. So coming from like the academia side and walking into the space, you think that the book will solve a lot of these. You walk with your big book, the book's gonna tell me what to do, and it was totally different. And it's a different challenge in itself, and I see that's why people passionate like yourself in this space. You have to be passionate to be working in spaces like that. And in my capacity in that space was, I owe a lot of my journey employment-wise to what I learned in Mount Druitt. You see a lot of people struggling, and a lot of people doing amazing things too. But it's how deep I got into families, like. You know, they talk about underlying challenges within families. I was blessed to be open to those type of communities. They open their arms up, all nationalities in that space. Now when I walk into other spaces where they probably got a little bit of housing or the most expensive places, that we all have common issues. There's a common issue everywhere. But what I've learned from the area, from Mount Druitt in Shawi in particular, is that the culture. It's the culture that drives a lot of things, and it's the passion of our people in that space. So I believe the passion for our people, the passion for what we do in the community, because community is strong. I met a few boys with the FTA and Ozzy and the boys up in that space. Then a new generation of youth up and come through. And I know that all of these guys have received the fruits of what you've sent. You, Lawrence, and the boys, and even your own son coming through. That they see the blessing of what you've done in the community. So just straight up, what people mention your name when I arrived in Mount Jewett. They mention your name because of your service to community. And I believe not only from my mother, but through Mount Jewett, in the space in that time, you inspired me to be and to help and support. I'm just trying to do my part in the qualification spot.
And that's what I look after, run after. I think it's, the work is the field is massive, you know, and if people say that they can go out, come through and be Superman and change the world overnight, it's never going to work, because I think it's a collab of different minds, different giftings, different strengths, and I think that's what helps our community. They say it takes a village, you know, to bring up a child. You know, it takes a village to show the kid how to cook. How to, you know, back in Samoa, you know, you learn a lot of things. You don't just learn how to cook, you learn how to plant the kalos, the kiapulas, and watch that grow. And over time, you know, it's time to harvest, how to put firewood on the umu, how to do all those little things. And when I look at it here, in the scope of, you know, Western Sydney, Mount Jewett area, same thing with flies. You know, everyone's got different skill sets. And it's when let's say there's 4 people with different skill sets, and those 4 people invest in one child. That child gets 4 different minds, 4 different skill sets to go through with their challenges and whatnot.
That's right.
You know, and that's what I look for. You know, I'm always big on putting kids on my shoulders so they can launch from my, you know, like your shoulders are massive, silly. But that's me. You know, I really look at who's the next generation. How can we invest in them now? So then when our grandkids are in schools, who's going to be looking after them? You know, and that's our investment now. That's right. You know, for the next generation. And what you're doing with your business, man, it's awesome, man. I love what you're doing. I love the space that you're in. And you're right. You know, there's a lot of our people really good at their craft, but then when it comes down to it, you know, first thing people say is, what's your qualification? You know, and I work with so many awesome people on different spectrums, different walks. You know, with the paperwork, these guys that don't have paperwork, man, they outskill them, you know, but that's why I love hearing what you do, empowering our people, giving our people that step up in a way, so to speak. Hey, because I see that a lot. You know, I see so many of our people. They've got it. They've got the means. They know how to work, but when it comes to paperwork, that's what they're kind of lacking on. So,
and bro, it's exactly why it's created. Recognition of prior learning has been around for a long time. It's just that I just want to open our people's eyes, and I pray for guidance all the time, because you know, different spaces means different ways of communicating. You know, that's why I got Mum on board. More a lot of people that are not English as not the first language, is that I can use Mum services to help support our older generation. And a lot of our older generation, they work in aged care and in disability, but they just don't have that qualification, and that's the difference in their pay. That's the difference in where they go, because they will serve. They will clean, they will do everything that they need to do, but they don't know that that qualification can elevate their pay by $3 or $4. And that's the journey I see. I see a lot of our people most talented, most skillful, come with every program in the world. And our programs are then taken away, and moved into different spaces. And thank God that our people can do those things. But for me, it's going, look, you've got all the informal experience, all that informal and formal experience. Let's use that skill set. let's use your informal experience that because you've done the hard yards. You worked many years in the school system. You created programs for all our people, and it's about time we get recognized. You know, and that recognition has been used by many people. Many of our different cultures have used this space to elevate themselves in their own businesses, in businesses and other people's businesses. So, and for me, it's just allowing a clear mind, a clear understanding of where we can head. That's what I mentioned to you. You can explain your life to me in 10 minutes, and I already know half an hour because of my family. The Matau Tears, and I know shout out to the top tiers there. Shout out to the family out there. That your service and community has been half from a long mile away. So for me, when I say if I was to ever do an application for you regarding any qualification, is that you don't have to speak to me. It's already been written. You know, and all I'm doing is just allowing any of the artists that I work with to understand. Because nothing better than knowing the story or something, the journey that we're on, and the final product is the qualification. And I know that in many spaces and many people that I've been very blessed to help and support in their journey, their educational journey and their employment journey, at the moment I receive the clearance and they're all good to go, and the qualification is handed over, it's a whole nother world now. Because now they're not only, sometimes they navigate in this one business, and because they've worked 5 years in this business, that there's no other way they can go to other places. They may ask for a qualification, but they've worked their time. And sometimes when they walk up to a supervisor level and they think that they can go to another business and be a supervisor, they go, what's your profession? Because when they say profession means what have you studied? Where have you been? And for our people go, it's where have you been? I've been everywhere. I've done this, I've done that. I'm like, but what's your qualification? Because that's what's going to help you with this pay bracket. So, you know, diploma of community services, diploma of counseling, you can turn in a normal salary into a health practitioner wage, or work in allied health. There's different avenues that will open up. Just because you've added that qualification. And right now, through recognition of prior learning, the doors are open. And that's why it was created. I just want to show.
Awesome. Because I know heaps of people that are in a space, in that space, you know. And mate, like I said, you put any kid in front of them, within 2 minutes, within a minute, the kid will open up in a way where they couldn't open up to someone else. And I think and for me, that's a God-given gift. But we live in a society now where, like you said,
there's technical words.
There's professions and what have you got? What are your qualifications? And I know my wife, she always says to me that you're really qualified. And I said, I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm qualified to do. But we just live in a world where you just need that paper. So for anyone out there, it's good to go and study. For those who have been in the game for a long time, and like what Mo also said, you know, you're at this place where you're kind of stuck. You work 5-10 years, and then someone comes along who's heaps younger than you and gets the job. Why? Because they got a qualification. And then you kick yourself, and then you go back home and you're stressed out. And, you know, but now we've got this space now. We've got this space where you can get help through your qualifications and get qualified to do what you're already good at. So I love it. I love what you're doing also, and thank God for putting that on your heart, putting you on this path. You know, because I know a lot of our people do need it. Not only people who are in the jobs, but for young people too. You know, like I said, this is created for you guys to see that we can do things. You know, we can start our own businesses. We can be entrepreneurial. We can be the boss, not just the worker. You know, so but it's a grind though. It is a grind, I must say. But I think it's valuing who you are, valuing that, and other people need to value us as well. You know, not just look at us, because so many years our people are just pickpackers, our people are just football players, not taking anything away from all the footy players. security guards. But for me, it's like, what else are you good at? What's your gift? Let's look into that. Let's navigate what your gift is.
Yeah,
And the fun space.
like you said, Albert, yeah, pickpackers, they work in warehouses, factories, and that's the beauty of RPO, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I can recognize what skill sets you've got.
Yeah.
Because you may be a supervisor there.
Yeah, yeah.
That means you hold the skills needed to be a supervisor in another space.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can be a supervisor anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got leadership skills.
Yeah.
And I like what you mentioned with you build rapport with people, right?
Yeah.
Building rapport is a gift.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we've been doing that with Talanoa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Our black fellas here, they do yarning circles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that natural gift, we're village people.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
We're village people. We know how to communicate. We know how to react to certain behaviors, and it comes natural. And then that's the beauty about our people. Yeah, you're supervisors. Yeah, you work in a warehouse, but like I said, I'd love just show me a resume. Show me a resume, then I can see where I can help. Because not only does RPO help, RPO helps with recognizing skills, but then I can help fill the gaps.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Help fill the gaps by you can do assessments to fill in the gaps. So say with support and disability.
Yeah.
Filling in the gaps with working with diverse people, different units within that qualification. We can help you navigate that space. So yes, you work in a warehouse, you work in all these other spaces, but we can acknowledge
that you've done that,
and then we can use that towards a qualification.
For those who don't know what RPL means,
Recognition of prior learning. So recognition of prior learning is recognizing the informal and formal experience that you have and using that towards a qualification, national qualification. And the people that I partner with, there's many RTOs that I partner with that help support that journey. And I feel like I know that a lot of our people are slowly starting to learn this space. Some people may already know, but it's having me journey with you and help you in that journey so that when I speak to these RTOs, that they know how important it is. It comes from a place of support, it comes from a place of understanding. Because I can easily just go, just sign them off. And this and that, but I get to journey, I get to help, I get to support. And all the experience that you have, sometimes you forget what you've done. I help unlock that. So say there's a story that you had 3-4 years ago that's relevant to this space that you're heading into. That's about me helping you unlock. That's not just your resume, your reference letter, and your evidence. It's me asking questions. And I'll ask questions that maybe people can. You know, have you served in church? Were you a leader in the youth services? Because being a youth worker involves service, right? And if you served in the church for a long time and you don't work in youth work, that's the service. That's recognition. You have to. I have to recognize that.
Wow. So how good is that? Like, so anyone out there that's looking to update your CV, you know, just getting accreditation, getting certified, this is where it's at. You know, we got someone, one of our own.
Thank you.
You know, launching people. And that's what we're all about, you know, like I said in the beginning, always about lifting the next person to help the next generation, you know, and so good to know you're in that space, man. And what a blessing for our people, not just our people, but for in general, everybody. So, if there's a message that you can give a young person out there, for the future, what would that be? In terms of a kid who doesn't know what to do after school, or they have a dream. Let's take it from your dream. Anything.
I know that prayer plays a lot of place in this, man. Prayer, because I said it, and I said it a lot. But all I hear is my dad's voice and my mom's voice called Anga Kalo. For Anga Kalo and Moe Mamulang. Like your blessings will come from your prayer and also acting on what you want, you know. So there's a massive vision that you have, and God's already planned that road for you. And for me, it's to envision and experience too. So being a trainer and assessor, and owning my business didn't just come overnight. It was one of those things where I prayed on it and tried to figure out, so I was a footy player, became a police officer, walked into the teaching space, and worked in community. It's a whole combination of things that's led me to this point. I'm a husband, father, and it's a journey. And that's why I take my hat off to you also with the blessing of you. constantly staying in community, working in community, building community. And for our young people, it's just having that vision, have a vision and associate yourself with people that are in the same thing. I say to a lot of people, look, you want to be a community man? Go find someone that's and then you can feel and understand. And I had the blessing of having my mother. As a SAC officer in the schools now, as a CLO in the schools before, I've seen her journey within their education and with our community. And that was my person that I leaned onto. If I want to work in community, so I need to experience it. And I got to live and breathe it and be a part of these late night activities. Was planning for community. So a big thing is vision. And also, if you want to be something or be someone or be in a certain occupation or profession, find a person that does that. Talk to them because you won't know what it is until you ask the question. So there's that big saying I say, like, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. See, if you don't know where you're going, if someone goes, come sell drugs, you just go there because you just go. But if you know there's a vision ahead and there's something that you've been praying for, it may not be the final destination, but every avenue will lead you to that spot. It's just a matter of where and how.
Nice. So good. There you go. Anyone out there, you got a dream, if you have a vision, run after it. And awesome advice. If you know what you're gonna do when you leave school, find the person that's in that job or in that role, and just get under their wings and just watch, observe, listen, and you'll learn. And I think that's how I learned. I was blessed to when I first came into the game. Mary Joseph, she was my mentor. She started me off, and she's she was a good mentor to me. She's passed away now, but I'll always remember her. And one important thing too for me is, and this goes with any job, I never knew that I'll get into the youth game. And even before I got into the youth game, there was this is how I got started, man. Like, there was a lady who came, I was in year 10. And I don't know if you know Tony Sell.
Surname,
Tony Sell, another also from Mount Joy, who's passed away as well. His mother, when I was in year 10, I was walking down from, can't remember what it was. I think it was chemistry or something like that, science. And as I was walking down, she was walking up. And she came up to me. I was in year 10, just being a kid, She came up to me and she said, you have to go and help my son, Tony. And to me, at the time, I was going, okay. But then I thought, man, why me? And then when I got into Mary Joseph, went under her wings, she helped me out. And then I was thinking, man, where did this all start with me? And then took me back to that one day. She saw something in me that I didn't see. Some of us don't believe that our dreams can come through, or our visions can come through, but there's a lot of people that'll be there and help you and probably see the vision before you do. But you gotta find it. You gotta be honest with yourself and say, I can do this. And I'm thankful for Tony's mum, both Tony and his mum, who've passed on now. But that's how I started in the youth game. And before I even knew that I'm gonna be in this space, someone else saw it. And there's a lot of other people that saw it in me too. So, I guess the big thing too is with our people is our faith. For me, I'm a big faith person as well. Again, I'm always asking God for advice. I'm always God, guide me, lead me, put the words in my mouth that I need to speak to these kids. And He's the one that made me speak. He's the one that allowed me to speak. So this is going back further. So when I was born, the doctors told my parents that I'd never speak. I had to learn sign language. So that's what they said to my mom and dad. But because they had faith, man, they kept going to God. So from birth to 7 years old, never uttered a word. So, and then I now look at my jobs and what I've been doing. Yeah, there's this gift that He's allowed me to use, have empowered other young people, and some spaces where I look and I go, wow, how did I get here, you know? And it's again, just a belief in ourselves, believe in the doors that will open, and God makes those doors open and possible, you know. So yeah, so that's a little bit of my story also. And yeah, and my first word was Jesus. So yeah,
I appreciate sharing it, because one prayer that I know that I do say a lot is, God, please open my ears and open my eyes. Because a lot of our role is hearing. And we're the last to speak in many situations when we're talking with young people, any adults. And for me, I just want to hear everything. Because it's good that you can just hear it, but I want to hear it so that I'm able to unlock anything that I can see. I can see little cheat codes that I can go, you said that. Maybe you could do this. And that's the blessing of prayers that you, for anyone that is out there, youth, maybe not on their own journey of God, I'm still on my journey of God, is that you pray for guidance, you pray for to open your ears and open your eyes. Because there's some things out there, sometimes I don't see things coming. But I know that if God's in the journey, if God's in the vision, He will open and open here. So exactly what you're saying. What a blessing we are to people, what a blessing it is. And that's just a simple prayer, isn't it? Like, please open my eyes and open my ears so I can hear what the story is.
God's not sitting up there and asking us for a million words, right? He's He listens to us.
Yes.
You know, so but also I just want to thank you for your time. Thank you for what you're doing for not just our people, but everyone that's coming in connection with you. And just what you're empowering others to do. And I know it's going to help a lot of people, and it's already helped a lot of people. But so just just happy to know that there's someone there that's going to launch our people even further, you know, in your space. So thank you very much.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.